Alright, here is the second vlog of the weekly series. At the moment I'm falling behind. This video should be released a few days ago, but here we are. We are consistent, and even though we are not perfect, we are here. And I'm grateful that I was able to witness a stadium concert. It was on the weekend, and there is such an energy that you can witness, that you can feel when you're in that moment with that interpret, with that artist. That's undescribable at first, and there is a difference when you can feel the music with your whole body. There's a whole body experience. That's not only in your ears, that's like you can feel it, that vibration, that energy, and be the part of the tribe of spectators that are into the artist is something special. And I'm very grateful that I was part of that performance. That was I think the number of spectators was around 35,000, so massive. And while I was watching him perform, I was trying to feel like him. Like, I tried to imagine how you must feel when you're in front of that many people. That was something special. Probably I can even imagine how he felt, but it is a feeling that there is a small percentage of people that are able to feel what he had felt. But anyway, even though I'm not feeling my 100%, to be honest, I feel like shit today. And probably it's the combination of factors, because my sleep was alright, even though my waking up time was much different than it is regularly. Because usually I wake up around 5:45 a.m. and when you wake up at 8 or 9, there is a much difference, that your body is dysregulated and your circadian rhythm is not as it's supposed to be. So that is one thing. The second thing, I was working out. I worked out yesterday evening, and it's not usual time for me to work out, so there is another factor. And also, when I have free day, when I'm not working, usually there is a lot of inner pressure on myself to change my situation, to look for I feel like there is an opportunity for me to look for another job, or there is something I can do to make my situation better, and probably I want to get myself in a position where I can generate much more money. At first, I would like to make at least double I'm making at the moment, and I would like to use my strength, my strengths that I'm not using currently in my job as a barist, because it's a very, very energy and time taxing job, and there is not a lot of opportunities to scale or to make more, or just put more effort into something that's gonna bring you more value or more money or more free time. There is no space for it, and that is the reason why I know I don't want to stick with this job. But at the moment it pays the bills, I like it, I think I'm good at it, and the money side, it's not that painful in the moment, but I know it will be in the future. Because when you want to start a family, you want to be more independent, and you want to travel, and you want to take care of yourself as much as you can, you need money. And when you're in a job where you're stuck and you're not able to, there is no hope, no light at the end of the tunnel that you will be able to make more, that will be enough. That's frustrating. And every free day that I have in the week, I feel very bad. Even though I should not feel like this, probably, or it's just, you know, the anxious feelings that are in my body for forever, probably, and I want to deal with them. And I know that the alcohol, drugs, and, you know, short-term entertainment, it's not gonna solve my situation. I know it for sure, and that's why I avoid it. I want to avoid it, and quite successfully is happening. But the other side of the spectrum is that you must deal with your thoughts and your ideas and your emotions and your moods. Everything is on a plate and you must eat it. You cannot throw it away. you must go through it. And this is a skill that I was not used to it in the past. I wasn't. In the past, as a children, every obstacle, every bad mood, every time of boredom or whatever, always was put behind thanks to the video games. Yeah, for many years, until my early 20s, that was my coping mechanism. And even though I liked it and I felt so-called good, there was no progress in my self-development, because there was no space, there was no ache, there was nothing that was pushing me to get better. My journey of a self-improvement started with one of the first shitty relationships with a woman, and I sucked at it. I was not able to solve it. I was not prepared for any of it, and although I needed it, that was something I needed at the moment, at the past, and it started the whole roller coaster of dealing with my inner states, my emotions, my thoughts, my visions, my everything. So in these days like this, when you're not yourself, you feel different, you feel like a different person, you must embrace it and do whatever is in your abilities to get through the day. So work out, drink a lot of water, play a movie, listen to the songs, listen to the books, read the books, call your friend, call your family, and write your journal. Just and there is a advice for me at the moment, because or treat yourself good, get yourself a good haircut, or a massage, or a sauna, or get outside, get some sunlight on your skin. There is a lot of ways how to spend your time in a good way, and also much more bad ways how to spend your time. So avoid nicotine, avoid alcohol, avoid drugs, avoid pornography, avoid short-lived social medias like TikTok, Instagram Reels, YouTube Reels, every fucking reel that is in your way, and also stories. Don't forget about them. Get this stuff out of your life. Real life is here right now, and you must live it. And it's never been easier to avoid living your real life. And as I heard from Jordan Peterson, not every person that's feeling bad is depressed. You can have a bad life. And I don't feel like I'm that person. I feel like I've done much of an improvement on myself, and I'm going to do more. But you can be lost. You can be lost in a day, in a moment, in a week, when you can get lost of your you get off your track. You can feel like shit for long periods of time, and it's okay. But you must at first you must track your progress, where you were, where you are, where you are going to. When you have no diary, when you have nothing like videos like this, voice memos, notes, diary, you are lost in a moment. You have no data how was your life in the past and how it is you can only feel the bad at the moment. and you can't see the good in the further destination in front of you, and this is the recipe for disaster, because every one of us will feel bad, and due to bad sleep, you were drinking last night, or anything that just dysregulated your homeostasis. So every one of us will feel bad. There will be bad days, but the discipline side is very, very important. Through discipline, you can get shit done, and you can get through bad day, you can evolve, you can get better. But when you're only dependent on a motivation, you know, the motivation will not be here for you always. There is nothing like this. Motivation is very short-lived and only for certain days. But discipline, the activities that you must do for yourself, for your health, for your mental health, for your inner space, you always must move your body first, because your body dictates what your mind will do. So when you're so tired that you must stay in bed for longer periods of time that you're used to it, okay, you can justify it. You can justify it with idea that you need to sleep more, but there is a downside to it, where you will dysregulate your mood, your everything, just by staying in bed for longer that you should, as myself today. When you eat in different times, exercise in different times, everything will have impact on your next day. So that's something you can keep on your mind, because we are creatures of habit and we need to act like them. So avoid ruining your routines. Try to stick with them. And that's something that I'm talking to myself at the moment. Try to stick with your routines, with your everyday life. Try to stick with it. Have faith in yourself, in God, in whatever you believe in. Have faith. Have faith that you will achieve what you want to achieve. And if you don't know what you want to achieve, first start with what you don't want to. Probably you discovered what you don't want when you had experiences that were bad enough for you to remember them, and you realized that you don't want to do them again, and you want to feel and live a different way, in a different way. So that's one of the starts. That's something that can start your journey. as myself. And just finding something difficult enough to get you out of your comfort zone, something like recording yourself on a camera, or working out, or reading, or learn public speaking, or learn marketing, because every activity that I mentioned is difficult enough to force you to change yourself. And sometimes when you're lost, you forget about this, and you need something to remind you why you got on the past first. Why was your intention? What was your motivation to start something that is uncomfortable for you? Just remember your why, and remember that only improving yourself for yourself is not good enough. When you want to improve for somebody, for your family, for your spouse, for your neighborhood, for your colleagues, when you decide you want to get better, the why for not only for yourself but for someone is much more powerful than only I want to get better for myself, to get more money and get stuff. Good for you. If it's working for you, I applaud. But I think for most of us, for most of human beings, there must be something out of your ego, out of yourself, that is motivating enough to do the bad stuff, do the hard stuff. And you can find role models as David Goggins, Cameron Hanes, Jocko Willink, and much more. I only mentioned the guys because these people are my role models, my shadow teachers, my inspiration. But you can find yours. Everybody that has the access to the internet can find somebody that you can look up to, that you can learn from, just like people like Gary Vaynerchuk. There is a lot of people that can help you change your mindset, change your point of view, and set a course for a better you, because the other way is too obvious. You will detriment your health, will detriment your body, will be weaker, your mind will be weaker, your skills will diminish. They're the opposite side of not working on yourself is just as scary or more than working on yourself and reminding yourself that you're obliged, that you must, you're obligated to get better and not settle. Okay, that will do for today. I feel like I vented enough, and I reminded myself that this action, this activity has a meaning, and hopefully in the future when I will look through these videos, that will remind me how difficult it was for me to find inner strength to stay on the path. But it is worth it. I know it in the core of my soul that this is worth it, and there is nothing like this that can store your state of mind like this. Hopefully the video is still recording. Oh yeah, 25 minutes. Here we go again. If you watched this video till the end, thank you from the bottom of my heart, and see you in the next video. Peace.